Right. I hope the mic is working.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, I'm honored to make a start tonight, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. Alright. My name is Gus. I'm a second year PhD student at the University of Bath. And today I'm going to tell you about some urban myth. Actually, I must apologize because the title of my presentation has slightly changed from 50 Shades of Tarmac to urban myth. So my field is environmental psychology, and environmental psychology concerns itself with the relationship between human behavior and the environment. And my research in particular focuses on travel behavior. Now, my mission is basically making this planet a little bit more sustainable. In particular, I focus on traffic behavior. And policymakers assume that we are wizards and we can just make cars appear from the streets like proof. And there are a lot of things we can do in our daily lives to become more sustainable. We can do a lot of things in our households, such as buying energy-efficient products, turning our thermostat down, or getting energy from renewable resources. Now, when it comes to travel mode choice, it gets a bit more complicated. Whether we choose how we choose to commute, or for pleasure, which mode we choose, such as a car, bus, or bicycle, is often a complicated choice that depends on a lot of factors. Some of those factors are where we live. For instance, we want to live close to family and friends, yet at the same time not too far away from our workplace. But there are other factors as well that we cannot control, such as the traffic system where we live. Now, we psychologists, we have been wondering what factors motivate people to choose certain travel modes. Is it time, money, health, or the environment? Well, to answer this question, we did what psychologists do. So we went into the field, we conducted survey, we asked people about their values, about their preferences, and we also observed behavior. Now, the result of this were several interventions. Most of them which have been targeted at drivers, because we all know that driving has the most negative environmental impact. And so often we have treated, especially driving, as something that's particularly bad and well, that people have to get rid of in a way. However, the response to this has usually been something like this. So we know that from decades of research that drivers are very reluctant to change their mode of travel, because we all know the advantages of driving, because it's convenient, it can be fun to drive. And of course, that's very frustrating for us psychologists, because we want to encourage people to behave more sustainably, so to travel in a more environmentally friendly manner. So what do we do? Well, the answer is actually quite straightforward. It's not that people don't want to change, often they simply don't have the opportunity to change. So actually we need to change the urban environment that people live in. And of course, this is a lengthy and costly process. And I've tried to come up with a fitting analogy of this, and I've been thinking about, it's a bit like climbing a mountain. And in some countries, such as the Netherlands for instance, they provide you with all the materials that you need to climb this mountain. So you would get a grappling hook, a helmet, ropes, appropriate shoes, etc. To take on this challenge. However, when you compare this to the UK, basically all you get is a spoon. And I must say, I've never climbed a mountain before, but I think I won't get too far if I had just a spoon at my disposal. Now, if we take this back to travel-related context, if you see countries such as the Netherlands, you know that they provide very good infrastructure for all different modes of travel. Especially for bicycles, they have a lot of separated cycle paths, for instance, with their own traffic light systems. If you compare this to the UK, however, the situation is quite different. So as a cyclist, you often find yourself stigmatized and having to mingle with traffic. And as a consequence, it's not very surprising that in the UK, only about 2% of the population cycles regularly. Now, the solution is quite simple. We need to restructure our urban environments. But of course, this is very costly, and somebody has to carry the cost, and in most cases, this would be the taxpayer. Now, as I said, we know what the problem is, and we know the solution, which is not only changes in our urban environment, but also in our behavior. And it is up to us, psychologists as well, to tell those who are pulling the strings what can be done to mend those problems. Thanks for your attention.